Today's video is about the Italians who fought in the Spanish Civil War. No, not the Garibaldi battalion of Italians in the international brigades who fought for the Republicans. I'm talking about the Corpo, Truppe, Volontario, the Italians who fought for the Nationalists in the Spanish Civil War. Just as a side note, these are the Italian army units and not the Italian Air Force. That was the Avianze Legionaria, and the Air Forces are not the main focus of this video and will probably be their own later. During the Civil War, General Francisco Franco and the other nationalist leaders sent emissaries to Berlin and Rome to ask for help in transporting the Army of Africa from Morocco, as the Spanish Air Force was loyal to the Republicans. Benito Mussolini immediately sent transport aircraft and crews to Morocco to airlift nationalist forces from there to Spain. After the failure of Franco's offensive on Madrid, Mussolini decided to send regular Italian army forces to Spain, as he felt that it was a good idea for his domestic image for Italian troops to be part of a fascist military victory in another country. Mussolini made his decision after he had consulted with Italian Minister of Affairs Ciano and General Mario Roata. Roata was made the commander-in-chief of the Italian Expeditionary Force. General Luigi Fusci became his deputy commander, and the first formation of 3,000 troops landed in Cadiz on December 23, 1936, and was initially called the Italian Army Mission. The Expeditionary Force was renamed the Corpo Truppe Volontario, or CTV, in January 1937 after reaching a total of 44,000 troops. However, the CTV was not exclusive to the Italian infantry and included tanks, armored cars, artillery regiments, and anti-aircraft guns. The infantry was also made up of both army personnel and included some paramilitary fascist blackshirts in their ranks. The Battle of Malaga was in February 1937, where the CTV had 10,000 troops and sent tanks to support the nationalist Moroccan troops and the Requetés. The Republican forces were completely unprepared to face Italian tanks, and the Italian presence was also unexpected by the Republicans, whose forces panicked and completely broke down. This resulted in the capitulation of the city in less than a week. During the Battle of Guadalajara, Mussolini wanted the Italians to lead the offensive, and 35,000 men of the CTV were committed to the battle. However, the Republicans were prepared with Soviet equipment, which Italian tanks proved to be completely outmatched against. The Republicans were aided by 2 battalions of the international brigades from Poland and Italy. Yep, Italy. The Italians fought the Italians in Spain. The Republican counterattack resulted in a nationalist loss and cost the Italians 17,400 casualties and massive material losses as well. Mixed brigades would be formed between nationalist troops and the CTV after the failure at Guadalajara. Italians began to serve in mixed Italo-Spanish flechas, or arrow units, with the Italians providing the officers and technical personnel and the Spanish serving in the enlisted rank and file. The first of the Flechas Azules, or Blue Arrows Mixed Brigade, and the Flechas Negras, or Black Arrows Mixed Brigade, served respectively in the Extremadura and Vizcaya from April to August of 1937. From August to October, Roata was replaced by Bastico as leader of the CTV. 60,000 Italians would participate in the war in the north of the Spanish Civil War, and it was not just against Republicans but also against the Basque Army. The CTV broke the Republicans' lines near San Cuillo, captured a key pass, the Puerta de Escudo, and penetrated deep into the Republican rear during the Battle of Santander, which resulted in a decisive victory for the Nationalists. The Basques surrendered to the CTV at the Santonia Agreement. The CTV could have possibly participated in the Battle of Mazuco and fought between the 6th and 22nd of September in 1937, but that battle remains unconfirmed for Italian presence as of March of 2024. After Santander, the CTV was transferred to the command of Mario Berti due to high losses, and he would lead the CTV for about a year. During the Aragon offensive from March to April 1938, the Aero divisions were increased in strength as the CTV joined the Nationalists in their march to the sea. The offensive, although successful in the northeast of Spain, reduced the capabilities of the CTV. Afterwards, 3 divisions of the CTV participated in the Lavaté offensive in July. For the final phase of the war, command of the CTV was again transferred, this time to Gaston Gambara on October 24, 1938. The CTV took part in the Catalonia offensive on the first day, being December 23rd, and advanced 16 kilometers in northeastern Spain. The CTV occupied Les Borges Blanques on the 5th of January 1939 and took part in the fall of Barcelona to the Nationalists. In the final year of the Spanish Civil War, in 1939, the CTV participated in the final offensive of the Spanish Civil War. On March 30th, the CTV troops occupied Alicante and withdrew from Spain after a nationalist victory was assured. The CTV total casualties had been 3,819 killed and 10,629 wounded. 44% of the deaths and 43% of the wounded of the total CTV casualties were from the Aragon and Catalonia offensives. 3,400 machine guns, 1,400 mortars, 1,800 artillery pieces, 6,800 vehicles, 160 tankettes, and 760 aircraft were left behind in Spain. Although most of the equipment was outdated and obsolete, it was still a huge cost to the Italian inventory and to the Italian economy. The high cost of the Spanish Civil War expenditure further limited Italy's economic output in the period right before the Second World War began. Did you know about the Corpo, Truppe, Volontario, the Italians who fought in the Spanish Civil War before this video? Is there stuff that I left out and could have elaborated more on? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.